So, as you guys have noticed, I've been going a little bit crazy with the 3D printing lately. Printed this template for putting feet on cutting boards at the same distance out each time. Printed these up to hang my batteries on. DeWalt batteries fit on there. I also printed this. I know it looks small. What it does, takes this charger, it goes on the back and hangs the charger up. So I'm going to mount this above me over here where I charge my batteries so that I can hang my charger up. It's going to go right here. There. Now, I just need to hang this thing up there. And then, route the wire over to a plug. Now, I can charge batteries. I got other things to mount up here yet. I haven't figured exactly where I'm going to put the batteries. I'm thinking of putting the battery holders up over here, like that. I got to find some screws to mount them with. And then I can put all my batteries right above my head so when it breaks, it can fall and hit me in the head. At least that's the theory. And now, I can hang my batteries up there. And to show you, it holds all 4 different sizes. Let me show you. There's the 60 volt flex volt 6 amp hour. This one is the 4 amp hour, and the other one's the 2 amp hour, I believe. Yeah. So all 3 of them will mount on the one thing. It doesn't matter what size they are, as long as they're the 20 volts format, which is 20 volt, 60 volt, flex volt. Of course, I got to find some more screws so I can put the other one up there and get the other 3 batteries installed. I'm still working on the bench, but I got a little sidetracked here, and I'll show you why. See this spot on the wall here? See how these are all just laying in trays? I printed this, and I'm going to screw it on I don't know if this is going to be strong enough. All right, we're level. Now let's see if we can get some stuff put on there. I have several live centers, including the one that came with it, the lathe. And I have a spur center. So I may have to print another one of these. But it's also made for this to go into, but excuse me, but I would have to move this out of the way and move this out of the way. And that. Voila. So then the only other thing that's made to go in there is I think a chuck key or an Allen wrench. Perfect. I may have to print another one of these out and put it to the right of that or to the left of that, because I still have the spur center and my drill chuck. This thing's heavy though, so I don't know that it will actually fit on there without breaking it. But I guess I can try and find out by, putting one on the wall and see if it falls off. I'll just have to put it somewhere where if it falls, it doesn't break it. Hi, I don't know if anybody's noticed this, but I'm back in the shop, obviously. But for the last few weeks, while I've been working on Donna's bench, I've been planing and jointing mostly crooked cedar. Every time I go to use the joiner, I have to push this thing over where it belongs because the screws are missing. They broke. Right there's the broken one. It's not very safe. If I forget and I put my hand under to push the stop button, that's 220 volts. Won't kill me. Could kill me. Won't kill me most likely, but I'm gonna sure get the hell of a zap out of my life out of it. So I went in and 3D printed some replacement bolts for it. I'm going to see if this works. Let's set this up here so you can watch what I'm doing here. This is where I put this thing when I use it. It's not plugged in right now. If I put that over like that and I hit the start button, it would start, and then I reach down to stop it. But it needs to be rebolted back on. So I printed these out. They fit in here. I have an Allen key that fits them. Bolts are only made out of PLA. I mean, so it's fairly solid. But we're back in business. So I can start, stop, and nothing falls off. And just like that, I have fixed a problem that I could have probably fixed a long time ago, since I got the printer about 3 months ago, and that's probably about 2 months after this thing broke. I don't remember exactly when it broke. I remember hitting the start button and that cover just fell on the floor, and then I found the screws. I found part of the screws. So the way these old screws work, they had a negative spot here that went into the cover, and then just threaded part towards the end. And at the top, it was like kind of like a conical shape, but it was just very small, and that's what broke. I mean, you tighten down too tight. If you didn't tighten enough or whatever, you tighten too little, it'd probably be vibrate and break, and if you tighten it too much, you probably just broke it off. I've never taken this cover off, so I don't know why it broke. It's fixed now though, so safety first. All right, I'm in the shop. I don't know if you noticed, probably didn't. All the wood that was between my lawnmower and my motorcycle over there is on my table saw. That just doesn't work for me. Because I'm done with most of the big pieces of wood for the bench, until she finds something else she needs added to it, I need to find a place to store it. Only place I have to store it, there's several places I could store it. Could put it up here on the back wall, but I'd have to move all that stuff out of the way, and that pipe's kind of in the way. I could put it over there, but I'd have to take that vacuum out, which is the central vac for the house. So where's it going to go? Up here. I have to move the stuff that's up high down lower, maybe consolidate some stuff, and then I'm going to put some short bars like this up there, which is enough to carry 3 wide, I believe, of the 2x4s, and get that up on there. I'm also going to put, has a spot for a screw in it. I'm going to put screws in it just to make sure it's extra strong. Right now I got to get some stuff out of the way. I've taken most of my tools away from the wall and I've swept. Got to get my screw gun and and my screws I'm going to need before I go back to pull that out, because once I pull that out, I'm not going to be able to get over to that side of the shop. I think that's all the jigs I took down. So that's it for now. I'm gonna go take a break. I'm gonna get over here with the camera. So I'm gonna go take a break. I get another battery for this thing, it's getting low. And then I'll come back down and I will rearrange and put all this stuff back in here.
3 weeks later.
So I'm in the room where my lathe sits. You're sitting on the lathe right now. I have printed out 4 of these. I'm tired of coming in here and finding my drills just sitting on the bench here in different locations. Sometimes they're sitting over there, sometimes they're sitting over here, sometimes they're sitting over there. I need a spot for them. So I've printed these things out. I'm going to go get some screws and I'm going to mount them right there. And that's going to be their location from now on. So I'm going to go right here. So let me get the screws and get those things ready. First, I got to clear off this shelf. You're supposed to be over there. All right, so for screws, we got these little short. I think they're short enough to work on this. Nope, maybe not. No. So I got some screws, and I need a drill bit for number 2s. So we're going to get these things installed. Okay. And I don't know if I can do this with this driver bit. It might be just a little too long. You need to find one in between.
A few moments later.
It's also got a smaller nozzle. All right, so this one is going to go right here. Get you in a little closer. There we go. And got to remember to turn it off each time if I leave a battery in there. And same thing with this one. So now, when I want to use my drill, I just come in, grab the drill, and I'm ready to go. If I want the impact, same thing. They'll be hanging right here until I decide otherwise I want to do something else with them. Now, I made 2 more of these that are for the mic room. So let's grab the impact. I originally wanted to put them right here, but this is too thin for this because the screws were going to go through and into there. So I'm back in the bike room. I figured out where I'm going to mount these 2 drill holders. I had to drill out the side here to make them a little bit bigger to get a drill bit in there, or a driver bit in there. But I'm going to mount them right here. If I can figure out what I did with my impact. There it is. All right, so to do this, I have to get the driver in there and then get the screw on the end of the driver. And through the hole. So to show you this, I'm going to have to move you out of the way. And hopefully I won't have my arms in the way while I'm trying to show you this. Boom, done. Now, let's see if I can push this bench back where it was. Maybe not. All right, we got it back where it was. And that's going to reside for now. So one final thing I need to do this weekend is I need to fix my coffee sleeve. When I put it together, I didn't realize the grain structure. See how it curves out? That piece chipped off when I was... Where I store it is on my shifter in my van. And when I put it in the park, it went click and chipped that off. So probably wasn't glued very well at the joint. Probably would have been fine if I'd never hit it with the shifter. Let me get that fixed and we'll get it back in my van. All I'm going to do is use my lathe and I'm going to just shave it down until that's gone, and then I will refinish it. And it's gone. It's got to sand that now. And let's see, do I have blue tape in here? I don't want to spray the whole thing. I just want to spray that edge. So that's going to be the end of this video. We've got a few things done in the shop here recently. Got everything over here straightened out and cleaned up, rearranged. I found a place to put my panel clamps right here and my dust collecting, my downdraft sander that I used right here. I pulled out my scroll saw from the corner where I couldn't use it and brought it out here so I can pull the sander out and I can actually use that now. Floor's all cleaned, pretty much. Everything's where it's going to be for now. I still got plans for this side of the shop. Haven't decided exactly yet, but I got some ideas what I want to do over there. I still have all this wood here. I got to get somewhere out of the way so it's not leaning against my my blast cabinet. My radio alarm saw has a bunch of stuff on it. I got to find a home for all that too. I need to make a cabinet to go underneath my sander, my drum sander, to like encapsulate its parts and pieces, and I can actually get some of that stuff stored in there too. So that's it for now. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please leave comments. If you care for this kind of video or not, let me know. Next video up after this one is probably going to be making a woodworking project, or possibly going to work on a bike. I got to get a bike going here, so I haven't done a bike in a while. So anyway, thanks for watching.